What it do, wrestling world? Welcome to Over the Top Rope Wrestling. It's your boy, the one, the only, Mr. Steal Your Dibs. And of course, I'm joined by the other host of the show, the tantalizing one, tantalizing Tony, my brother. What's
Yo, yo,
happening?
yo,
How you
yo, yo,
feeling?
yo, 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 yo.
Sound like you feeling pretty good, my brother.
Listen, what a difference 7 days makes.
Bruh, I mean, you get your surgery done, the gray in your beard is gone. I mean, man, I'm just like, what kind of healing potion you giving?
Listen, bro, here's how I figure. If I'm gonna lose a couple pounds, I might as well lose the grade too. So, went over to the local pharmacy, got a little just for men. got a little lather up in there. You know, put the natural black so it don't look too fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, my brother. I'm glad everything is working out so far. I see you exercising back at the gym, and you're doing great. I'm proud of you.
Yo, for you to say, oh man, why you gonna make me cry so early, man? Man, for you to say you're proud of me, man. Oh my God, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Um, it's not easy, but let me tell you why I've been doing so well. Because of people like you, phone calls, texts, asking me how you doing. Like you know, like the people who love me, bro, hit me up. You know, I'm not getting. Everybody got stuff going on, and I'm not holding nothing against anybody. But like, B Cannon hit me up. Like, it's like, come on, like, yo, a lot of people, a lot of MVS guys just messaging me, like, because someone got my number, inboxing my Facebook. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like, you should see my inbox. It's like I'm a sexy chick with big boobs. It's crazy how many messages I get a day. Like, yo, you inspiring me. We got you pumping us up.
Right.
So, honest to God, of course I'm doing it for myself and my family. I'm doing it for y'all too because I don't want to let nobody down. And now somebody messaged me and say, yo, I'm having some weight issues, and you in there 3 days after you had a surgery in the gym. Like, this is crazy. And this is why I try to tell people, like, health has a lot to do with your mindset.
That's right.
It's a lot about your mind and the people around you. And I'm telling you, you got positive vibes and you believe. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's the truth. Bro, I have never had so much energy in my life. Like, I can't tell you. I ran 2 miles yesterday. I only ran a mile today because I was bored. I said, I'm only gonna run a mile. I wasn't even winded.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, so I was doing I'm working on my traps, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I'm just I'll do a couple sets of 25, low weight because I'm not allowed to lift anything over 50 pounds yet. So I'm
Yeah.
just going like this, 10 pounds. I'm like, okay, feels good. That was Wednesday. Thursday, I did 4 reps, 25 at 10. Now, so you know what? Let me bump it up to 25. So now I'm doing 5 sets of 25, right? Like,
Yeah.
so today I'm in there with Bobby. Come here. So I'm in there. I got him. He's working out with me today. I said, yo, record this until I can't stop. So I did the first set. How many did I do? The first in total repetitions, 100 and something. Like, I did 105. I didn't do the set. I just did them straight through.
Yeah.
What I did the second time? 130. And what I did the last time? Kira counted. I brought the tape home because I put it on Facebook. I didn't know how many it was. What was it? 399. So I did almost 600 of these today.
Yeah.
Clanging and banging, clanging and
Banging and
banging,
banging.
clanging and banging. So here's how it's gonna go down now, because you see I'm back. The voice is even better than ever.
Yeah.
WrestleMania. You wait to see how the fuck I'ma look. Go
Yeah.
out there, be ready for the real tantalizing, Tony, because it's no more double. It's only this, because I'm only showing the arm from now on. This is a new signature move right here. It's going down in Dallas. I'm going to burn that place down.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Jay Spade, watch out. You heard me? Watch out, Jay Spade. He's getting ready for you. It's going down.
And one more thing. Speaking of Jay Spade, who I respect and love so much,
Right.
I will get in touch. I'm going to get in touch with the booking down there, because I'll travel if I have to. And I'm already booked in 2 organizations, in PA to ref and in Florida to ref. And of course, once you ref and you get your bumps together, you know what comes next. So everybody out there, and this is no bullshit, this ain't no kayfabe. Everybody out there who think they got what it takes, step up. Because next year in April, I'll be 54. And I challenge anybody out there who's an aspiring wrestler, upcoming wrestler, or wrestler that's already established, meet me in the ring.
Yes. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I'm glad you've had a wonderful day, because I had a wonderful day too. And let me tell you about my little experience on Instagram, because I just thought this was plain stupidity about what happened earlier. So I posted a picture of Sheeta from AEW, their women's champion, getting a new belt. And I said that belt is still ugly along with the TNT belt. My personal opinion. If y'all think those belts look good, hey, power to you. That's fine. I got no problem with that. Somebody sat there and came at me about, WWE got some of the same belts like the World Championship and the Universal, and they just lazy. Da, 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 da. And I said, well, I respect your opinion. That's all good. I disagree with it. I'm the other way around. I like these simplicity belts with the W in the middle. I like them. Simple. I like it. Well, this dude got mad to the point where he cussed me out. He said, yeah, you one of them stupid ass WWE marks. This WWE that. AEW is the best product on TV. And if you too effing blind to see that, you got problems. I said, I didn't know you got really mad about belts. I said, we talk about belts. If just us disagreeing about belts hit a nerve, all I'm going to say is, I hope God can bless you, because it is not that serious when it comes to championship belts. If you like what you like and you buy it, that's fine. I might think it's ugly, but I don't care. You like what you like. I like what I like. A lot of people don't like the new belts that WWE got with the W in the middle. A lot of people don't like it. Hey, that's fine. I don't have no problem with that. But don't get mad at me because I don't like a certain belt. I never came at you no certain way. You came on my page, got mad at me, then you want to block me. Hey, look, me and Tony here, we do the show. We will disagree on some things, but he respects my opinion about it. I respect his about his. We're not going to agree on everything, but in this world, we're not going to agree on everything also. But there's no need to disrespect people and call them out their name. No need at all. And I kept it cool. I'm not no keyboard warrior. I'm not going to go back and forth through a computer screen or a phone screen or an iPad screen. No, I'd rather tell you what I got to say about you to your face like a man. I'm not going to do no keyboard warrior stuff. So I'm not going back and forth. But with that being said, this dude got mad about some belts. And I really could not believe the stupidity that was coming out of his mouth.
When I saw the post on your Instagram after you sent it to me, sent me a message, I was like, this dude's a clown. He must have triggered something in him. He must be having some deep-rooted emotional problems back in the day when he was a kid at a WWF or WWE event, and maybe he never got the touch of title. Maybe he can't afford to go to the WWE shop and get a title. Whatever the case may be, oh well. Like you said, you got your opinion, and how's he trying to be talk about? Just listen. The problem with wrestling is this, man. People take everything so seriously to the point where you got to realize this whole thing is a performance, an act to get us all together to entertain us. Yes, we have different opinions, and yep, of course we can have different viewpoints, but it's not that serious. Like, to get into an argument, like you said, over keyboard warrior, I call them ITGs, internet tough guys. Is what I call them.
Yeah.
They tough on the keyboard, and then when he gets his house, He's in his mama basement. He weighs 538 pounds. He's like, never had a girlfriend. So, JB, you handled it well. And I want to apologize for eating because I got to eat at certain times. I'm only allowed to eat refried beans right now, like puree. So, believe it or not, it's better than drinking liquid all day. These beans taste like a steak to me right now. So,
eat, bro. I understand it. On today's show, we're going to talk about this Raw announce team chaos that's going on. We're going to talk about the WWE partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling that may happen. We're going to talk about Cody Rhodes saying his promos are workshopped or focus group tested. We're going to talk about the Usos. We're going to talk about AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view, give our predictions about that. But we're going to start the show off with SummerSlam. SummerSlam is announced to take place in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium on Saturday, not Sunday, Saturday, August 21st. And apparently there is a guest host for SummerSlam. Ladies and gents, from what is being reported, Cardi B will be the guest. Cardi B, it will be the guest host for SummerSlam. I'm going to go ahead and start with you. What do you think about the venue? What about it being on a Saturday and Cardi B being the guest host?
Let's start from the bottom. Let's start with Cardi B. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. I'm not a Cardi B fan, but if it's true, I don't have a problem with Cardi B being the host because it will bring a lot of mainstream, especially right after, them going on the road. It'd be probably the big pay. It's one of the SummerSlam is one of the big ones.
That's right.
Have Cardi B there. They always work good with celebrity guests. They'll figure out how to work her in. Let her play her music, whatever the case may be. Yeah, she's crazy, she's loud, she's obnoxious, but what she's gonna bring to the product is eyes. And we're in a new era now. We in a almost post-coronavirus era where everything has changed and people ready to party and get lit. So I think Cardi B I think it's marketing genius if it's true. I'm not I'm not a fan of hers. I do respect her, and believe it or not, Cardi B used to work for me back in the strip club days in the Gold Club. She used to work for me. And she's a really nice girl, believe it or not. She's crazy. She loves her lemon pepper wings. Her lemon pepper wings. Oh my God, lemon pepper wings. If you didn't have Cardi B's lemon pepper wings, she'd lose her shit. But other than that, give her props and give WWE props if they have booked her. No, that's number one. Number two, the venue. I think Vegas is the perfect place for it to be. I think it's perfect. I think you have no weather problems. Of course, it's indoors anyway, but I think it's a perfect locale. Vegas hasn't had a pay-per-view in a while. It's a central point of tourism, so maybe people are going to see the show that normally wouldn't even have gone. And Vegas tickets aren't that expensive to fly. If you from wherever you're flying in the country, there's always Vegas deals. If you want to come from another part of the country like Delaware, so and it being on a Saturday, I think that the WWE has tapped into something because the way they did the 2-night event with Saturday and Sunday for WrestleMania, now you have an extra travel day to go home. You ain't rushing home. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think coming on Saturday, I think it's a great idea. I think that more people are going to come from around the country because they can go home on Sunday. Because I'm even thinking about it, as I know you're thinking about it too. So we'll talk after this show because I'm thinking we've been to Mania. Why not make SummerSlam the next big one? And maybe there'll be a Survivor Series and a Royal Rumble in our future too. Who knows? But
Who knows?
I think it's a great idea. JB, what do you think?
I'm going to start with Cardi B. I think Cardi B as the host is a wonderful idea. We just had Bad Bunny at WrestleMania, one of the biggest stars, okay? And he brought in a lot of attention with him performing in the ring, and he was successful. Now, I don't think Cardi B is going to wrestle, but I do think Cardi B is going to smack the hell out of some WWE female superstar. I think it's going to
Bailey,
happen. What you
Bailey,
say? It could be
Bailey.
Bailey. It could be Carmella. If Sasha turned heel, it might be Sasha. We don't know. But Cardi B, and if you watch the rap game these days, a lot of females in the rap game are huge stars. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, just to name a few. And Cardi B is marketable. She is beautiful, pretty woman. Why not? Why not? I don't have a problem with it. And you said it perfectly. She's going to bring eyes. There are going to be people who might not be fans of wrestling, but they are fans of Cardi B who are going to tune in just to see what Cardi B is doing at WWE SummerSlam. Now, Las Vegas. Let's get to this. I didn't think Vegas would get it at first, but the more and more I heard of the talks about Vegas hosting SummerSlam, the more I started to believe it. And when I saw that it was announced for August 21st, I went and looked at the tour dates. And when I saw Friday night Phoenix, Sunday night Denver, or vice versa, I was like, they're right there by Las Vegas. It gotta be Las Vegas. They're not gonna travel somewhere crazy and come back to Denver or Phoenix. Everything's right there. Las Vegas. Perfect. And I think this is the perfect test for WWE to decide if they're gonna have a WrestleMania there in the future. I think it's a perfect test. I don't know how many fans they're gonna allow at SummerSlam. But if this is successful as they want it to be, and if it turns out to be very successful, WrestleMania is gonna be there in the future. I still got a feeling 40 will either be Las Vegas or maybe New Orleans. But Vegas hasn't had a pay per view in a long time. They've had Raw, they've had SmackDown. WrestleMania 9 was their only pay per view. So I think this is a big test for that city, and I think they're going to pass with flying colors. As far as the date, you said it. You said it all. On a Saturday, man. If I was to go, I could fly out Saturday morning and catch the show Saturday night or whatever. I think this was just genius marketing skills on whoever put this together. Perfect.
Perfect is definitely the word, man. What else can you say?
That they better bring in Brock Lesnar for Bobby Lashley. That's the only thing I gotta say right there.
I do want to say one thing. If you remember my predictions back when all this coronavirus started,
Mm-hmm.
I did say SummerSlam would be the event where all fans are in attendance where they sell the building out. And I believe August 21st, there will be a packed arena.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think so. We got 30 out of 32 NFL teams saying they are allowing full capacity, and I think Las Vegas is one of them. So with the NFL starting right around the preseason starting close in August, and the regular season starting in September, August 21st on a Saturday. Hey, hey, this is big time. What if the Raiders had a preseason game on that Sunday? And that's why they did Saturday. Oh, who cares? Great
It,
marketing still.
it could be, but if that's the case, good.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Because who
It's
knows? Because if that's the case, maybe there'll be some tickets available for the preseason game on Sunday we stay for.
hey, maybe so, maybe so. But yeah, when I saw the date was on August 21st, that Saturday, my eyes got big, very big. Now, moving on from SummerSlam, this Raw announced team chaos. This is crazy. So, as you know, Tom Phillips was the host, not the host, excuse me, the play-by-play man for Monday Night Raw. He gets replaced by Adnan Virk, who worked with ESPN and the Major League Baseball Network um, television network, and now he parted ways with WWE, and Jimmy Smith is now the new play-by-play guy with WWE. Those of you who do not know who Jimmy Smith is, Jimmy Smith was a former color analyst for Bellator, and then he took a studio analyst job with the UFC. He did not renew his contract with the UFC, making him a free agent. And he was a finalist for the Raw play-by-play job with Adnan Virk, and Adnan Virk got the job. But Jimmy was doing some stuff with NXT. This last NXT Takeover, the pre-show, he was on that show. So I'm gonna start with you. What do you think about this shuffle that's going on from Phillips to Adnan Virk to Tom Phillips now getting released? Adnan Virk is gone to Jimmy Smith. I'm gonna start with you with all this chaos, and I'll go second.
So let's start with Tom Phillips. I think it's a shame. I think he was a great on-air personality. I think he did a great job. I think he's one of the best announcers we've had in a while. I loved Tom Phillips with Samoa Joe and Byron Saxton. I think that was my favorite team right there. And now two of those guys are gone. We lost Morrow. You know, we've lost some good ones. Adnan Virk, I don't think he ever fit in. I think he did a good job. I don't think he was a wrestling guy per se. So, not that he won't be missed, but you know what? No, he won't be missed. I'm pretty sure he'll fall on his feet. He'll land on his feet. It was a mutual thing between Adnan and the WWE. I don't think he was happy, and I don't think they were happy with him. So they parted ways evenly. As for Jimmy, let's see what happens. I like Corey Graves, you know. And I like Byron. We'll see what this third person does in the dynamic. What Jimmy does. I think he's a professional, like you said, with NXT. He did the pre-show. He did a good job. I think he's a little more mainstream than Adnan Virk was. And I think that they want more of a mainstream, you know, character. So we'll see. I don't understand the Tom Phillips release. It's just confusing. I don't know why. I don't know what there's backstage things going on, but it's a shock.
Well, I'm gonna start with Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips, number one, should still be the play-by-play guy for Monday Night Raw. Tom Phillips is a great announcer. He talks well. You can't say nothing bad about the guy when he's doing his job. And when I saw that he was being replaced by Adnan Virk, I was not happy about it. I was not happy about it. They said he's going back to backstage. I said, for what? The man started backstage. He moved to NXT, and now he's on Raw. He was on SmackDown before Raw. He took Morrow's spot, and he did a hell of a job, a wonderful job. And I was upset that he was getting replaced, and then now he gets released. You could have put the man, give him his job back. So I don't know if there was some backstage heat or what. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep that to the side because I'm going by what I saw, and I know Tom Phillips is a damn good announcer. Going to Adnan Virk. I told people give this guy a chance. You got to give everyone a chance. And Adnan's first day on the job, Corey Graves and Byron Saxton had to save him. They had to save him. Adnan Virk didn't know a lot of the moves. I said, okay, he got to go learn the moves. And then here we are, a month, the same thing over and over. He didn't know the moves, wrestling moves at all. And Corey Graves got to jump in. Byron Saxton got to jump in. And it just wasn't working out for Adnan Virk on Monday Night Raw and being a play-by-play guy for wrestling, period. It just wasn't working. You know, he might get a job later on with Impact and be much better. But for the time being, you when you doing this job of being a play-by-play guy, you have to know every move that is done inside of that ring. And I get the first 2 weeks, maybe you still learning, but man, a month and you still not knowing what moves are being done, it didn't work out. Now, on to my boy Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith has a voice for TV. It's not a voice like Morrow. Okay, Morrow, to me, hands down one of the best. But he has a voice. For real. Morrow has a voice. Jimmy has a voice, but not like Morrow. A lot of fans were mad. If you heard Busted Open, okay, the day after it was announced for Jimmy, LaGreca was going off. He was upset because Jimmy last year said he hadn't watched professional wrestling since he was a kid. Doesn't watch it. Well, Jimmy has this job now. And let me tell you something, people. I don't watch hockey. But if they heard me talking here and NHL Network gives me a call and say, hey, man, we want you to be a play-by-play announcer every Wednesday for our network. We'll pay you this amount of money. Would you do it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So what you think Jimmy Smith said? Hell yeah. So don't be mad that he hasn't watched wrestling since he was a kid. He got offered a job, offered money. He's going to say yes. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. He was a color analyst. He never was a play-by-play guy. He's going to be play-by-play. Give Jimmy a chance. But I tell you what, Jimmy will know every move that's being done inside of that ring. If he knew every move inside of a UFC octagon or the Bellator cage, he will know every move inside of a wrestling ring. I guarantee you that. Jimmy also has charisma with him. If you ever see him in front of a camera, he has charisma. Trust me. Give him a chance first. I remember on MVS, I talked about Morrow when he got the job for SmackDown. And I said, oh, they got a good one. And this guy says, what you talking about, man? I've heard this guy. I said, get this man a chance. He has the voice. He's coming from Strike Force and Bellator and boxing. He knows it. And look at everybody now. Everybody misses Morrow. And Morrow was a main key when it came to, let's put it on pause. Because when the star of the show shows up, we got to stop for him. What's up, Mikey? How you doing? You doing all right?
Know me again.
What did he say?
Again.
And you know me again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Why you keep asking me because I'm still Mikey?
You Mikey, buddy. I saw you comb your hair the other day. He rolled his eyes.
Listen, some of you guys, listen. Tell Mr. JB been learning promos. Tell him.
Is that chocolate?
That's not chocolate. That's beans. Okay, your time's up. Tell him see you later. See you later, JB.
See you later, Jamie.
See you later, Mikey.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's all good. Now, Morrow, if you watch the Rich Swann Kenny Omega match, Morrow called that match, and he did a hell of a job. So I think they're in good hands with Jimmy. I really think they're in good hands. They just got to give him a shot. Give him a shot, guys. I promise you he's going to do all the moves that are being done in the ring. Give Jimmy a shot. I think we're in good hands. But I still wish we had Tom Phillips. And I'll leave it at that. Now, big news in the making. WWE is supposed to be partnering up with New Japan Wrestling. So let me read it here. A couple things about it. If my phone can unfreeze, there it goes. All right. So it is reported that this could be one of the biggest stories in the wrestling world of the year. Nick Khan has been talking with New Japan Pro Wrestling to have them be their exclusive American partner. So what that means is that we could see AJ Styles against Will Ospreay. We could see Roman Reigns against Okada. We can see John Cena against Tanahashi. We can see matches like that. But picture the key word that I said. Key words. Exclusive American partner. Meaning no other companies can work with New Japan Pro Wrestling except WWE. What do you think about this?
If this comes to fruition, there's going to be a lot of mad organizations out there, especially AEW, going to be the main one that's upset. people don't think it's going to happen. I do. I think Daniel Bryan is the bridge.
That is the bridge. We're going to get that in a second. Go ahead.
I think Daniel Bryan's the bridge. I think that this is the one thing that will blow the wrestling world out of their seats. Because for Vince to join up with another company, and that means travel, like back in the day, because back in the day, WWF used to go to Japan all the time.
Right.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like once a month. We'll be there for like a week, do all kind of shows all over Japan, and they would close it out to Tokyo Dome. I think it's going to happen, and I think a lot of organizations are going to be upset. I think this is going to be one of the nails in the coffin of AEW, believe it or not.
I tell you this, I'm looking forward to it. Like I just named some matchups we could see. We could actually see old members of Bullet Club like AJ, Finn, and all them reunite with the members of Bullet Club now. So much we can see in matches we can see. It'll be great. But Daniel Bryan, like you said, is the bridge. It's the bridge. Okay? So I'm going to read this right quick in regards to Daniel Bryan. All right. It's reported that his contract with WWE is over with. He's a free agent. New Japan Pro Wrestling has shown interest in him. So there's a possibility we might see him in New Japan Wrestling itself. Either way it goes, if it happens, whoever Daniel Bryan is with, it's still going to be magical. It's still they want Daniel Bryan. That's the issue. Who will he sign the contract with? That's the issue right there. What you think about that?
I think Daniel Bryan is going to do what's best for Daniel Bryan, but also what's best for business. And I feel that he's going to be this one wrestler that is going to be able to have his cake and eat it too. I think the WWE is going to re-sign him to a special contract where he can go do other things, like work with New Japan. And you got to realize it. He doesn't got to travel to all these other independent shows. New Japan has enough talent out there for Daniel to close down his career and have great matches with those guys there and the WWE guys. I think this whole thing is already set in motion. I think that we're just waiting to hear the announcement. I think Daniel Bryan's still under contract with WWE. He hasn't wrestled anywhere else.
He has not.
He didn't have a no compete clause. His contract expired. That's different than 90 days. That's a different thing. We haven't seen him anywhere independent. We haven't seen him in Japan. We haven't seen him anywhere. We haven't seen him show up anywhere. Because I think he's still technically under contract with WWE. I think they have a deal in place and they're waiting for a couple of pieces to fall in.
So let's say Daniel Bryan signs a contract with WWE, and within that contract, there's something worked out to where he could do some dates with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Can that be the start of other wrestlers within the WWE doing contracts just like that?
I would say yes, but with a little bit of a caveat. If only certain wrestlers were able to do it. They're not going to give that experience to everybody.
Right.
But I think if these people can draw, I think that WWE is now seeing, especially with Vince getting older and Triple H, Stephanie and Shane, getting a little bit more focus on what they want to do and going out there is a better idea, is a better plan for them. Because if you notice, a couple months ago, Triple H was in an interview and he had said he doesn't mind working with other organizations, but he wants long-term deals.
Deals, correct.
So maybe this is a long-term, maybe this is a 5-year deal with New Japan, which means we might get a lot of dream matches we might not have seen before. Which also means if you're contracted by New Japan, you could wrestle a WWE guy. What if CM Punk signs with New Japan Wrestling?
Ooh. Now, let's look at the other side of this. If anybody saw AEW Dynamite yesterday. During the show, Tony Schiavone did an interview with Tony Khan. And I think Tony Khan seemed kind of upset about this. He seemed kind of upset because he was like, Nick Khan, what you're doing in 2 months, it took me like a couple of days to work with people from New Japan Pro Wrestling and Impact, but it's taking you 2 months and longer. Da 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 da. Hope you enjoy your show today. I think Tony Khan sees it as when that deal goes through, he can't have nobody from New Japan Pro Wrestling no more. No more. Because exclusive American partner. AEW will be out of this. Period. So I like to know this. What kind of contract did he sign, or partnership deal did he do with New Japan Pro Wrestling to where they can sit there and say now we're the American exclusive partner for WWE? That's what I don't understand. Because you got this deal where we seeing some New Japan Pro wrestlers come to AEW every now and then, not a lot, but now they're not really an exclusive partner. I don't get it. Something just don't sound right to me from the business move that he made.
Let me try to process it. You said a lot. You said a lot there.
Okay, let me try to break it down.
I got you. I'm just trying to.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure. I know Tony Khan's upset. I did see the interview. I saw the internet. I saw the interview, and Tony Khan's taking it personal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
But he better step his game up because WWE's where the big boys play. You know.
That's right.
So he can't get mad if they cut a deal and if it's good for both companies and the money's right and everybody's gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Listen, if they got, you have to realize WWE is a conglomerate juggernaut. It has so many working pieces. They got so many people in certain areas to just to focus on this. All right, you and you get the deal done. We don't, and Vince. If Vince is gonna do it, okay, we're gonna wrestle with them, but no one else can touch them.
Right.
So people don't realize this Peacock money has given the WWE a lot of latitude to do other things. This Peacock money is, people are real mad about Peacock, as you are and as am I, with the way they put our products on TV. But the money that they have generated from Peacock alone has made them be able to do whatever they want to do. You thought they were a powerhouse before? Man, when you got corporate money, you have to realize WWE is a mom and pop business that turned into a corporation. Comcast owns NBC.
Yes.
They run everything. So the money there, the pockets are endless and deep. So, of course, they're going to say you want exclusive deals. They're going to shut everybody else down. So then that means that the wrestlers like the Good Brothers or people that go to Japan can't go there anymore. They're going to cut their legs up from under them too.
Done.
This is that shit crazy. But I'm not mad because that's business.
But think about Jon Moxley. He is the U.S. IWGP champion for New Japan Pro Wrestling. That deal goes through. He got to lose that belt. He got to give that belt up. Yeah.
Straight to the title.
Yes.
Straight to the
title. Oh man, what did Vince say when he before Shane came on? When you got your opponents by the throat, they just something like that.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody says, but Tony Khan was furious. He was furious in that interview. He was hot. Hey, Brian, it's the business you in. Cutthroat business. You in competition with the big dog. And you want to beat the big dog? Well, you got to come harder than that. You should have signed some kind of exclusive deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Obviously, you didn't. And Vince got word of it. Look, Vince, we might not like some of the things that Vince does, but Vince is not a dummy in the business world. He is not.
Basically, Vince has told Tony Khan, welcome to the WWE penitentiary.
Oh, man. All right. We're going to move on. Now, Cody Rhodes, one of the biggest baby faces in the whole world. Okay? And I'm going to read this from the Sportster. If in case you missed it, because Cody Rhodes came out and said something about his promos are Photoshop and or focus group tested. So let me read this. Cody was a guest on a recent appearance on GameSpot's Wrestle Buddies podcast when he said that his promo had been workshopped and focus group tested. And I quote from Cody Rhodes: I workshopped my promos heavily for weeks on end. We have a full focus group for them. As crazy as that sounds, this is a data-based company, so I workshop everything. I do. And because my promos have been held to a really high standard, people pick at them and find things in them and they put a microscope on them, which I love. Now, Cody came back and said that he misspoke. He misused the term focus group in his initial comments. He set the record straight during a media call for Double or Nothing. This was what he said. I'm going to chalk this up to me not knowing what the term focus group means because I woke up this morning to a very large amount of people in my mentions, almost all of them with a Roman Reigns or a Sasha Banks avatar making fun of me for using the term focus group. I did not focus group this promo. What I meant to say was, um, is that I work on my promos very hard. A lot of the old timers who said I am just doing it on the fly, I would say that they work on those very hard also, whether that be in the gym or whether that be in the car looking in the rear view. When it comes to my promos, the process is usually I voice memo it out to the people I trust the most, to the legends of our industry, some coaches, and some members of management, and see what they think. But absolutely not. There is no AEW focus group. I'm gonna let you take care of this because you've been in the business. Tell me what you think about this. Go ahead, all yours.
So here's my issue with Cody Rhodes. I don't have a problem with his promos. I have a problem with him because it seems like there's always some controversy behind something he says because he's got to always answer to everything. He's like a crybaby when it comes to Twitter and being made fun of. Like, welcome to the real world, bro. You're in a world now of social media where everybody scrutinizes everything you do. You know, you have a platform. You have one of the biggest platforms on earth. We can say whatever you want on TV, on live television.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to criticize what you do in this business. That's what wrestling fans do. Wrestling fans, wrestling critics, they're going to break stuff down and they're going to judge you. That's the whole point of this, to see if you can get over with a critic or fan that usually you would not be able to get over on. Like I said, I don't pay attention to his promos. When he cuts one, I watch. I'm like, okay, good. I don't say, oh, he should have said this. Is it forced? We all know that it's not easy to cut a promo. Everybody does not have the gift of The Rock, the gift of Stone Cold, and even The Rock has to write his stuff down. The Rock has a long process of his promos. They're not on the fly. Everybody thinks, oh, he just says this. He has bullet points, as John Cena pointed out before WrestleMania 28, that The Rock had his stuff on his arm, his bullet points on his arm.
Mm-hmm.
So people can just go in there and say whatever you want to say and talk about your point. Now, some people do have it in the business. I think Stone Cold's one of those people. Just says what he wants to say because he doesn't give a shit. Shawn Michaels is one of those guys. There's a lot of people that can cut promos that don't have to write a damn thing down. I think Edge is a guy like that. I think Sasha Banks is somebody like that. You know, independent wise, you know, there's so many independent wrestlers. Daniel Bryan, you know, Samoa Joe. One thing I liked about TNA was that they could tell that wasn't scripted. They were just talking, and sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. You know, but Cody Rhodes to me got to grow up and stop answering all the critics. Just do the promo, do your show, and whoever likes it gonna like it. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. Not everybody can be a Tantilizing Tony and cut a promo just like that.
Ah, there it is. You heard it from the Tantalizing one himself. I totally agree. I totally agree. Because I thought about the time when Roman had said something, and it wasn't in regards to him on Twitter, and he came back.
Suffering succotash.
Yeah, and
He
he
said
came.
suffering. They went hard.
Yeah, he came back at Roman. Da, 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 da. I mean, like you said, he is on public display every Wednesday night, every pay-per-view. You one of the top guys as a babyface in the world. You one of the creators of all elite wrestling. So yeah, you're gonna get criticism from any and everybody, but you ain't got an answer to everybody. You don't. So I'm in total agreement with you on that one. Totally, totally. I was like, when I heard focus group base, I was like, what is he talking about? When I read it, I was like, oh, okay, okay, okay.
You know what blows my mind about a lot of these guys? These are seven-figure making gentlemen and
Yeah.
ladies. They're making seven figures. They're making over $1 million a year. And like they're crying and complaining, like, please shut up. You know, I hate to say like the Republicans, shut up and wrestle. You know? Just
Yes, indeed.
like
Yes,
Jesus.
indeed. Oh man, yes, sir, yes, sir. Now, moving on to probably the best show on TV, that is SmackDown. We saw Jimmy Uso return to the ring and a great tag team match. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay against the Street Profits. A great tag team match. I hope we get to see them again. I hope they have a feud like the Usos had with the New Day. I hope. The Usos won, and the Usos get a tag team title shot next week against the Mysterios. Oh man, but my question is, what is next for the Usos? And I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first, man. I think next week Roman will come out and interfere and cost the Usos the tag team championships. I really do. He is not eye to eye with Jimmy. Jay is in the middle. He don't want to disappoint Roman. He want to be with his brother also. Jay don't know what to do. Jay is stuck in the middle. Number three, Roman, as of right now, does not have an opponent for Hell in the Cell. The last time we had Hell in the Cell, Roman had Jimmy in that guillotine, and Jay had to say, I quit. And when Jimmy came back, he did a video promo, showed a video promo of when Roman had him in that guillotine. I really think we about to get Jimmy versus Roman with some type of stipulation. It might not be for the title. It might be for Jay. Jimmy wins. Jay gets free of Roman hostage. If Roman wins, Jimmy has to join. I really think that's going to happen. What do you think?
They managed to bring Jimmy in, as I told you they would once he came off injury. And they've done it in a way where it's not so obvious. They haven't just brought him in where together that's it.
Right.
I like the whole angle of the animosity between the both of them because
Yeah.
Jimmy has not forgiven Roman yet for things he did to Jay. I really think you're onto something that Roman doesn't have an opponent. This whole head of the table, acknowledge me. It's one of the both best gimmicks. Yes. One of the
Yes.
best gimmicks we've seen in a long time because Jimmy made a statement. He goes, "Yeah, you're the Universal Champion. We could get this tag team goal and put it right next to yours. We help the family eat too." And Roman wants to be the main provider for the family, so he
That's
don't
right.
like his territory being trounced on.
That's right.
So I think we're onto something when this tag team title match happens. I think the Mysterios do retain because of interference from Roman, and then we will see Jimmy and Roman at Hell in a Cell.
And it will be a great matchup. And will Jay interfere some type of way? Oh man, this is gonna be
Will they
great.
have Jay? Will they really cross that line? Will they go back to the days of Owen and Brett and cross the line of really breaking up a real brother team? Would they
Uh,
really do it? And this is the bigger question you gotta ask. Would Jay and Jimmy allow that for them to break them up? If they say, okay, listen, we'll break you up, would they go for it? You know?
right. Look, I don't want to see the Usos apart. I don't. I would rather Jimmy lose to Roman and Jimmy join Roman. I would rather have that happen because the storyline is just too good. I mean, man, Roman the top dog. Jay Uso is like Roman's puppet, but man, he's playing it so well. And here comes Jimmy. He want his brother back. Telling Jay, man, Roman don't need you. Come on, man, we could do this. It's so many factors in the storyline right now. It's wonderful.
Not to mention the main factor, Paul Heyman,
That's right.
who is the original manager of the original Samoan SWAT team.
Yes, sir.
People don't realize how far back Paul goes with
Bruh.
the family.
Yes.
So I think we have on the horizon, of course, these three being together. I think that they will get tag team titles eventually, but nothing's going to happen unless Roman says it's going to happen.
There it is. There it is. There it is. So tune in next week. SmackDown. Usos versus Mysterios. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We will see what's going to happen. I think Roman interferes.
Hey,
Now,
the first time in history, in WWE history, that two brothers going against a father and son for the title.
yeah, you are right about that. Yes. 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 Now, we get into the AEW Double or Nothing card. We will give out our predictions on the whole pay per view. And we're going to start off with the Young Bucks versus John Moxley and Eddie Kingston. Who do you have, sir?
This is tough for me, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because the AEW product is so bad. It's not that. Eddie Kingston to me is like a garbage man that got fired and they rehired him. He just seems so out of place. Seems like he doesn't belong. I'm sorry to say it. He just seems like he's like shuffling along. It's like to me, he's like the king of the backyard wrestlers. Like that's what it seems like to me. So to take him seriously, I don't know, man. Um, I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks on this one.
Yeah, I'm still trying to see how Moxley and Eddie Kingston can work together. I don't know if they didn't have anything else for Moxley to do in solo competition. I don't know. It's just something about this pairing doesn't seem right. And that's even going back to the sorry explosion that happened. But I'm with you. The Young Bucks retain. Young Bucks retain as champions. Now, Sting and Darby Allin versus Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. I'm gonna go first. Um, when Darby Allin had the TNT belt and Scorpio Sky attacked him after he lost, I thought this was going to be a feud to make a one-on-one feud. I never saw it becoming a tag team feud. Never saw that happening. But what does Sting and Darby Allin have to lose? Nothing. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. What do they have to lose? Everything. Because if they lose this match, pretty much might be buried. And you need some new faces to pop up and create new storylines with people. So with that being said, I got Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky with the win.
Totally disagree. It'll be the first real match things involved in. Um, you know,
Hmm.
a tag match where he gets to tag in and out. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. They're not gonna just have him lose his first. The street fight was nothing because it was a gimmick match. This is a wrestling match. Darby Allin gets the pin, and Sting helps him win. That rhymes. Might even see a Scorpion Deathlock tap out.
Well, I looked at it to where Darby Allin is getting pinned by Scorpio or Ethan Page. I don't think Sting gets pinned. I think they'll protect Sting to make him still look strong. But I'm still going with Page and Scorpio.
We'll see.
Yes, sir.
As you can see, this prediction show will not be on my YouTube because it's not worth it.
Here we go. Stadium Stampede. Pinnacle versus Inner Circle. You can go first.
Pinnacle wins again.
Woo! And the Inner Circle is done.
That's it.
Whoa. I'm gonna say this. Because I'm kind of stuck. Because new faction, the Pinnacle, yes, they beat them at blood and guts, and you still want them to stay strong, and you don't want them to get beat yet by Inner Circle. But then Inner Circle, when they've been in blood and guts in the original Stadium Stampede, they have not won. They've lost. I'm gonna go Inner Circle because I don't think AEW is ready to break up the Inner Circle. I'm gonna go Inner Circle. Oh yeah, see me and Tony, we like not on the same page out of 2 matches out of 3 so far. Yeah, this is great. TNT Championship, Miro versus Lance Archer. Miro retains as champion.
This not even worth talking about. Miro's not losing.
I didn't go into detail. Miro, yeah. Miro, both of us. All right. Yeah. Casino Battle Royale. So we have Kristen Cage, Matt Sydal. That's it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Evan Bourne from back in the day. Yeah, him. Powerhouse Hobbs, Penta El Zero, Miedo, Jungle Boy, Matt Hardy, Mark Quinn, Isaiah Cassidy, The Blade, Evil Uno, Colt Cabana, Preston Vance, Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, QT Marshall, Nick Comoroto, Dustin Rhodes, Lee Johnson, and other people involved in this matchup. Look, I'm going Christian Cage.
I say it's Christian Cage and Goldust, the last two in the ring together. And he chucks Dustin out.
Okay. We deciding who the last ones are. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say Christian Cage and Matt Hardy.
Oh,
yeah. I'm still picking Christian Cage, and so are you. Christian Cage is the winner of the Battle Royale, and I think the winner gets a shot at the world title, and that'll set up Christian Cage and Kenny Omega.
There it is.
Adam Hangman Page versus Brian Cage. I'll let you go first on this one.
Brian Cage is due for a win. The guy is massive. He's like a brick house. It doesn't Adam Page lose this match. I think Brian Cage goes over on this one.
It doesn't hurt Adam Page at all to lose this match, but I'm still in shock that they are not building Adam Page up for a AEW World Title shot. I mean, the company been in existence for almost 2 years, and he's never gotten a title shot yet. And I think he's due for one. I mean, the guy is talented. He's still young. Why not? You need other people to make relevant. I mean, I'm gonna get to that world title shot match when we get to it, because I got some things to say about that crap. Yeah, I said it, crap. But man, Adam Page, man, deserves a shot. But Brian Cage is due for a win. Brian Cage is the winner of this matchup. Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Ogogo. I'm gonna go first. Anthony Ogogo, another new talent, another new face. But I think this is the only new face that's probably not going to win and win a matchup. I think Cody Rhodes stays on top and he wins.
Yeah, Cody's been losing a lot. He puts a lot of people over.
Yes, he does.
You can't make him into a parody of himself. So yeah, I think Cody wins this match.
Yeah, yeah. I like to see how well. I really haven't seen Ogogo, seen clips, but I like to see how well he'll do in this match with Cody. Women's AEW Women's Championship. Hikaru Shida versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. My brother, ever since they brought Britt Baker to AEW, since the beginning, she has been the face of their women's division, champion or not. And I think we all knew it'd be a matter of time when she would get her chance at the title. Well, here we are, May 30th tomorrow. She gets her shot. And like she said in the promo, she's going to bring in a new era, DMD. It was a good promo. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't see it only because I don't watch trash. So,
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
but like I said, I do like her. I do like her, and I think there's going to be a good match. And I think this time, I think that the Doctor will be in.
Yeah.
And she be champion. Yeah.
Sheeta has held the belt for 1 year, and Sheeta's good. Sheeta's good. Give her credit. But yeah, it's time. Britt Baker is definitely due to have that championship, and Adam Cole is gonna be waiting backstage to give her all the loving she wants once she wins the AEW Women's Championship. Baby! And we go to the last match, the World Championship match. And this is when I say they don't have anybody to face Kenny Omega. Nobody. You don't build nobody up. I rather would see Lance Archer be brought up. You pushing, giving him a little push to face Kenny right now. I rather not Orange Cassidy and Pop. I tell you that much. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This would be a great opportunity for Hangman Page to wrestle for this championship, win or don't win.
True.
I don't care. But
True.
this is perfect. You gonna put up Orange Cassidy and Pac? Come on, people. Come on. This to me should not even be the main event. Will it be a good match? It probably will. But this is this is when people say Kenny Omega is not mainstream. This is why. Look who you got him up against. This is the reason. On to this match. They're not putting the belt on Pac. They're not putting the belt on Orange Cassidy. You think Kenny Omega about to lose the AEW World Championships and in a few weeks got to take on Moose? No. Kenny Omega is going to go into the Impact pay-per-view still with the AEW World Championship. He will probably lose that Impact title first before AEW. Kenny Omega retains.
The no-brainer. They're not going to lose to they're not going to lose to an elf and a guy with his hands in his pocket. You know?
Yes, definitely. Kenny Omega retains. And look, Cody Rhodes hasn't fought for a world title yet either. Get rid of that stipulation some type of way. Get him in there. It's the biggest baby face. I know he wants to help the promotion out. I know he says he's worried about pushing others and giving them chances. He's taking a back seat. I get it, but god darn, man. Get rid of that stipulation. Some type of way. Match, I don't know. To where you could go fight for a world championship. Because I'd rather see Kenny and Cody than Kenny against Orange Cassidy and Pac. That's just my opinion on that situation, man. You got to get people up. Make world title matches noteworthy.
This is bad booking, and this is why AEW struggles. This is why the critique is so much against them, because terrible booking for the main event.
This is horrible. This is horrible. But hey, we ain't booking it. It is what it is. They give us the product, and we gonna watch it. I'm going to watch it. You know, I'm off of work Monday, So I'm gonna watch it. Or you gonna still look at it, or you don't know yet?
Yeah, I decided I'm gonna watch it just because I'm trying to give it a chance. And like I said, since I've been on the shelf the last 3 weeks with everything going on, I'm getting back in the groove, getting back on my YouTube, gonna start doing my reviews again. So I gotta get back on the product. So yeah, I'll be watching.
There we go. So since we're both watching tomorrow, right after the show, me and Tantilizing Tony will recap this whole pay-per-view. We're gonna talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, if it was a good pay-per-view, if it sucked. We're gonna give it to you raw and uncut, straight up. We are doing that right after the show goes off the air. So, you got any last words before we go?
No, just it's a pleasure to be back with you 100%. I am at
Definitely.
100%. I'm maybe at 110, maybe 120. I don't know. I'm off the charts right now.
Yeah.
Little update on my weight. I told you last week when I hit the scale last Friday, I was at 339. 8 days later. If I told you I weigh today, your mom's gonna be blown. So let me just put it to you real quick.
All right.
I stepped on the scale. I looked down the number, and like I said, last week I had surgery on Friday. My weigh-in at 12 o'clock noon was 339. Okay.
That's right.
Today at 10 a.m. when I weighed myself, I looked down at the scale, and the scale said, Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. I can tell you losing the weight. I can see it all in your face. I can see it.
316. So I went from 339 to 316 in 8, not 7, in 8 days. In 8 days. So you're supposed to lose a pound a day. I'm losing like 3 a day.
That is great, man.
I'm not doing nothing wrong. I have to drink 64 ounces of liquid a day, which is, cause my stomach ain't but this big.
Right.
64 ounces of liquid a day, and I have to have 90 grams of protein, which is not easy to get when you can't eat that much. So I'm drinking 2.5 shakes a day plus like something like the beans, the refried beans, or ricotta cheese, like good protein stuff. But bro, my 2-week appointment is on Friday. I'm telling you, the doctor is going to clear me to lift over 50. I'll be clear. I know he's going to clear me. This usually takes at least 4 weeks
Yeah.
to get one at right now. I'm already eating food that I should be eating through 2 weeks down the road. So I'm ahead of the game. I don't know what happened. My muscle memory kicked in. My body kicked in. You can tell my face even.
That's what I said. Your face. Yeah.
It's different. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy, bro. Like, I was in the mirror this morning, give a little, bing, 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 bing. I was like, okay, let's go. So, bro, I'm excited. I'm so happy. I'm so, like I said, your kind words and you're pushing me and bro, I'm so blessed. Thank you, God, for everything.
Definitely, man. I'm gonna keep pushing you. Know that. I ain't gonna
Yo,
stop.
bro, I love it because I'm telling you. And let me tell you one more thing on a personal note. So, I've always, as a kid, like I always done wrestling, mat wrestling, but I've never done like mixed martial arts like that. And there's a place down here by me that does cage fighting and taekwondo. So I'm thinking of like, you know what? Maybe I get into some taekwondo and get my little feet wet, get into your realm a little bit, and you could be my sensei, teach me some things. I'm really thinking about doing it too, and it's good. It's definitely good exercise. It's good for your mind, and it's like I'm really thinking about doing it too because I so much stuff I want to do now, bro. Like I feel if I could, I can't. I know it sounds crazy, but I feel 30. It's nuts, bro. I have no pain in my knees. Like it's oh my god, it's crazy. I struggled at WrestleMania, bro.
I know you were.
I struggled bad, bro.
Look, Tony struggled so much, he kept apologizing to me. I'm sorry for holding you up. I'm like, man, you ain't holding me up, bro. We all right. Trust me. We good.
And you were the best, man. We had the best time, man. Like,
man.
I think that's what got me through, like, coming back home to do the surgery. Cause I was like, next year, I really thought about that. I said, I felt so bad, like how we were walking, and you to slow down for me. I was like, man, but to me, I'm that kind of dude. But I was thinking, next WrestleMania, they going to try to keep it with me. Like what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm so
Definitely.
excited. But yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm glad to do the show, beat over the top rope. My YouTube's going to be back on again. It's wrestling. I'm going to 2 shows. Going to see Walter next, what's that, July, right? July, I'm going to see
I think
Walter.
July, yeah. You can see Walter in July,
You
yeah.
know, I'm going to a show in Baltimore in June. I'll tell you what show there is, GCW. And I'm going to Atlantic City to see a show too at the GCW.
All right, cool, cool.
I'm only an hour from Atlantic City.
There you go. Awesome.
So I'll be reporting on that stuff for you guys too. I'm going to start doing some more independent stuff. I'm ready, guys. I'm playing. Let's go.
Yes, indeed. I sent Luke Hawks a message. I'm waiting for him to respond. So hopefully he responds with a yes, and then we'll get him on the show.
Yo, get him on the show, and then I'll just lay him out there, bro. Just serve him up, and I'll knock him off the park.
Yes, indeed. We thank y'all for joining us on Over the Top Rope. We'll be right back tomorrow after the AEW pay-per-view. From my brother, from another, that's the Tantilizing, Tony. I'm your boy, Mr. Steal, Dibs. Until next time, peace.